That's the spontaneous conviction that it's just, no matter what's happening in the world, you remain with your selfless self because you know this has been engraved. The reality has been engraved in selfless self on the screen of mind, and it reads through this engraving so that anything that appears on this screen that I'm perceiving is not myself. And I am the projector of all of this, of everything that is seen from this position. But this position can only be, like Nisargadatta Maharaj says, you must please this I am and release all the secrets. Ramakant Maharaj says, be one with your selfless self. He's constantly inviting the attention of the invisible listener. Speaker and listener are one. That listener is listening and continuously being hammered. Speaker and listener are one. Speaker and listener are one. Mantra. Mantra is I am Brahman, Brahman I am. I am Brahman, Brahman I am. That is not for the body form, John Richards, to believe that I am Brahman, Brahman I am. That is for that Brahman that has been labeled Brahman, that invisible listener, to see I am Brahman, Brahman I am, to shake the illusion, the belief that I'm something that I'm not.
I think that's a really good point, what you just said about it's not for John or Andrew, it's for the invisible listener. It's like, because oftentimes when I do the mantra, I think it's for me. It's like trying to convince myself maybe. But, you know, that when you look at it, as you just said, for instance, when you basically you're inviting that reality behind Andrew to be aware of what it is.
The one that's projecting,
we're reminding it, yeah.
To see from the point of where the projection is arising.
Yeah.
And then it's finished. And again, like I said, it has to be, that's why 7 days, everyone will realize for sure, because they'll be wiggling on that worm. You know, that'll be a wiggly worm out in that lake, just wiggling its heart out. Because, oh my God, I have to realize myself. I have to do this. And that's enough to draw the attention. Once the attention is drawn, it's like the ant in the magnifying glass. Selfless self burns away all these concepts and all these ideas. And that's why, like, okay, we say the hurricanes and all this kind of stuff. And from a human being perspective, yeah, it's terrible that all these things are happening. But from that seeing that all of this is on the screen of mind, nothing is happening. It's the same as the lucid dreamer sitting down or laying down at night and dreaming and absolutely knowing that this dream is being projected from that dreamer. And that the hurricanes and the terrorism and Donald Trump and North Korea and piranha in the lakes, whatever, is all, and that dreamer knows, no matter how terrifying this screen is, there's an interest or a non-interest, but it does not affect anything. And that's the conviction. All of this is occurring on the screen of mind. And it only takes a glimpse, like Maharaj says, glimpses of I, glimpses of I. And it only takes a glimpse of you, the selfless self, to see that this form and all these forms and all this that's going on is projected from you, because you are able to view this on the screen of mind. Therefore, you are prior to mind. And then you can remain in that state, because once you know that the mind, the jig is up, so to speak, you're no longer going to be thinking, oh, this mind is telling me something bad is happening. How? I know if I remain with my selfless self, the scene will pass. It's only when my mind starts to go, like we said, mind created time. 1 day becomes a month. 1 minute becomes a day of suffering, because I truly believe that something's happening to me. Every experience that arises in my experience is there for me to mantra through without an experience or an experiencer.